Another full-blown island-wide travel restriction came into effect last night, and it will run until 4 a.m. on Tuesday the 25th. As things stand, movement restriction, however, will be reimposed on the same day at 11 p.m. and will be in place until 4 a.m. on Friday the 28th. But the government made a decision today to limit the movements during the windows provided from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Tuesday the 25th and Friday the 28th. Though it was initially planned to give freedom of movement based on the national identity card system on those 2 days, it is now decided that only one member from a household will be permitted out. Meanwhile, several medical associations in Sri Lanka are not happy with a window of free movement being provided, as they called for an extension of the restrictions for at least 14 consecutive days, urging to abandon the plan to give a window of movement on Tuesday. They added that lifting the restrictions on Tuesday will cost the country the gains it made so far. But it seems that there is a communication issue between these medical associations and the authorities who make the decisions.
මේ ආකාරයෙන් ජනතාව ඉදිරියට වෙලා කතා කරන අයවලුන් බොහෝමයක් මේ කාර්ය සාධක බලකායෙත් සහභාගී වෙන රැස්වීම් වලට ඔය කියන යෝජනාවන් ඒ ස්ථානයේදී පැමිණෙන්නේ නැති එක අපිටත් යම් කිසි ආකාරයක ප්‍රශ්නයක්. දැන් ඊයේ ජනාධිපතිතුමාගේ රැස්වීමේදී කතිකාර්ක නොගත්ත දෙයක් සවස ඔබගේ ප්‍රවෘත්ති වලින් අපිත් ඇහෙනවා. ජනාධිපතිතුමා මොකයි මට කියන්නේ නැතුව ගිහිල්ලා එළිය කියන්නේ එළිය කිව්වා කියලා මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන් මෙතනදී කතා නොකර කියලා.
With all these rumblings, members of the public are curious and are uncertain as to what the future conduct on restrictions would be. The question occupying the people's minds is that will there or won't there be continuous travel restrictions covering the entire island? On that, the chief of the National Operations Centre for the Prevention of COVID-19 had this to say.
ජනාධිපතිතුමා කිව්වා අපි 25 විතර වෙද්දී නැවත සාකච්ඡාවලදී තීරණය කරගන්න පුළුවන් තවදුරටත් මේ සංචාරන සීමාවන් දීර්ඝ කරනවාද කියන එක කවුරුත් එපා නැහැ බෑ කියලා කිසිම කතාවක් නැහැ. අපිට තීරණය කරන්න පුළුවන් ඊළඟ සතියාන්තයත් මේ ආකාරයෙන් සංචාරන සීමා පනවනවද එතනිත් එහාට තවදුරටත් තව දින කිහිපයක් වැඩි කරන්න ඕන නම් ඒකත් අපිට සලකලා බලන්න පුළුවන් ඉදිරි සාකච්ඡාවලදී කියන කාර්ය.
These restrictions, however, will not apply for essential service providers. However, the police continue to thoroughly scrutinize their movements. In the meantime, with the setting up of police checkpoints and roadblock across the island, the police were able to prevent attempts of unauthorized travel throughout the day. One such attempt involved a motorbike transporting heroin under the guise of a delivery service.
Within a period of last 24 hours, we have arrested 423 suspects in connection with the offences of quarantine rules and regulations, face mask and social distancing. Total number of 11,743 suspects have been arrested in connection with the same offences. 65 persons have been arrested in Kandy area, and in addition to that, 98 lawbreakers have been arrested in Matale area. In addition to that, a special operation has been conducted in Western Province in respect of supermarkets, Satosa and wholesale shops, Satipola and other institutions. 6,500 institutions have been checked and inspected by the police officers along with health officials. Today, we have deployed 22,000 police officers across the country in order to implement quarantine rules and regulations.
Meanwhile, in a backdrop where travel is only permitted for essential service providers and issuance of travel permits have been clearly prohibited, Putlam District Old Ceylon Makal Congress parliamentarian Ali Sabri Rahim, who voted for the Port City Commission Bill, has issued a special travel permit under his letterhead. On a separate note, the Ministry of Finance has approved a grace period for members of the public who were unable to pay their traffic fines due to the pandemic situation in the country. Postmaster General Ranjit Aryaratna said that traffic fines issued from the 5th of April will be given a concessionary period until further notice. What's more, the Paliagoda Fish Market was open for wholesale business today in line with strict health and safety guidelines. State Minister of Multi-Day Fishing Activities and Fish Exports Kanchana Wijesekara also inspected the activities at the market today. During the inspection, he stated that even though retailers are kept from opening their shops, mobile vendors can obtain a permit from their divisional secretaries to do business.
දසනකාන්තී චූර්ණය සහිත ලීවර් ආයුෂ් දන්තාලේපය දත්වල ඇති ප්‍රශ්න 10ක් වළකයි.